I'm State Representative Jacob Rosecrans. For my job, I am a state representative. I was elected in 2017. I was a classroom teacher, a middle school teacher before, and it's kind of my background, and I've been representing since I was elected in 2017. I actually struggled in high school and had to really rely on my teachers, so it kind of built into me a love for teaching because they helped me out. But I ended up through their tutelage into community college and then on to OU. And I graduated with a bachelor's in history and a minor in classical cultures. So a few things. We're called legislators because we write laws. And but that's not all we do. We also, there's a whole bunch of us here. There's 101 in the House and 48 in the Senate. And it's basically, yes, we write laws for all intents and purposes, but we also can fight against bad things, things that we don't think are good. And the other important job of a state representative is exactly that, representing. We represent our constituency, which for me, it's Northwest Norman south of Highway 9, and Noble, Oklahoma. And so I make myself as accessible as humanly possible. That way I take in feedback from my constituents, the people I represent here, and I do my best to represent their wants and needs based upon what they say, and also based upon what I believe as well. In this day and age, everybody's testing everything and blah, blah, blah. That's what made me decide to run. Now, as I started getting involved, it was so difficult because first of all, you can't just say, I'm gonna run. You have to have just the right kind of situation. A lot of people believe that you must have a certain, tick the boxes, tick, 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 tick. And you can get here by doing that. But the one thing you're going to have beyond that is absolute passion for what you're trying to do, especially if you're going to run as a minority in the district that you're looking to run in. If you're in a Democrat district, a blue district, and you're a Democrat, well then, yeah, you can be whatever you want to be, just be a Democrat, have fun, blah, blah, blah. If you get in, then you'll have the next 12 years to probably be a Democrat. You don't have to really worry about anybody running against you. If you're like me, cruising for a bruising, you always have to be on your toes, meaning you have to be good at everything, especially being accessible. And that's my thing. You have to have that passion. You have to really want to put yourself out there to have this job, to take the hits, to take the thousands of emails, to make people mad, but to make people happy at the same time, and mad and happy. It's a crazy, crazy job, but it's very rewarding because not everybody gets to do this. And as long as you have heart and passion, then you're gonna be really good at this job. Right now, there's out of balance. There's 19 Democrats and 82 Republicans in the House. So think about that. That is out of balance. So that's actually one of the hardest things to deal with because I'm a big believer in balance. So where these ideas work and these ideas work, let's get rid of the party and push things ahead. My very favorite thing, most enjoyable, is the relationships that I create. Not just in my own caucus, but across the aisle. I have some actual really good friends. It doesn't matter if we don't see eye to eye politically. These are people that I know and can talk to about things. Can I trust them on votes? I don't know. But I can definitely speak to them and we can have conversations and try to even create bills that are bipartisan. That's the most enjoyable part for me because I am not a big, I'm a big believer in the balance. So if I can have members, friends, confidants from all sides, then I'm a better representative for everybody. We're elected to do what we're supposed to do, which is represent you. And you have to reach out so we know what to represent. And I don't care about party. I don't care if you're the most hardcore anti-Jacob Rosecrans person during my campaigns. You reach out to me, I'm here to help you. And I invite you to reach out to me because that is my job and it's a passion to do so. Get to know who you're reaching out to, first of all. And second of all, realize that tell your personal story about why you're reaching out. You know, you don't have to tell a novel. Don't do that. We already get too many emails. But just like, hey, I'm reaching out to you because of this. Make sure you're contacting the right official. I can't tell you how many times I get told, hey, tell Trump he's doing a great job. Oh, it's not really me. That's the White House. That's federal. I'm state. Or, hey, you tell that mayor, no, bad. And I'm like, okay, well, that's city. So here's the state, the middle ground here. And I take care of state issues. So, I think that's the very first step we need to talk about. First of all, is the fact that you make sure that you're reaching out to the right person. Now, when it comes to having whatever powers, that's part of it. Now that I've been in office for so much longer than most people here, since 2017, I know who to reach out to help you too. It has nothing really to do with power. It has to do with the fact that I know who to reach out to. I've probably reached out to them before, and they know who I am, and they know if I'm reaching out to them, then it must be something that I can really help with, or it's something very, very important. So I can handle funding, any kind of state funding issues, how much money goes to schools. I'll fight bills that try to divert public money to private schools, called voucher bills. Those type of things. We handle state issues, speed limits, highway patrol, those types of things. What we don't do is city issues, sidewalks, stop signs, whatever, the cracks in the streets. That's all city issues. And federal, we don't do that either. I get a lot of emails all the time talking about federal issues. I can't do anything about that. I can get you in contact with somebody who can, which I am a way station I really am, because I know who to reach out to on pretty much everything these days. But that's not exactly what I normally would do. I try to just take care of the issues I should take care of, which are state issues. So if you don't elect somebody who has a hard work ethic, who has a heart of a servant, to be honest with you, it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's not where you clock in, clock out. We can sit down and do just about nothing. So that's my point. You have to elect somebody you know is going to be doing the hard work up there day in and day out, even with session is in or in out when it's out, because we're in session here at the Capitol only from February till May. People don't know that. But it doesn't mean we're not doing anything outside of the Capitol. Usually we do have to run for office every 2 years. Me, for sure. I've never been able to get around that. I've always had an opponent every 2 years. So, yay. But that's the whole point behind this, is that you don't know. You don't know. You have to trust. You have to make sure you elected a person that you can feel free to email at midnight when you have an issue with your freezing pipes, that you know is either going to get somebody in touch with you, or maybe even, speak to the electric company, whatever, right? And I think that's the most important part. That's it right there. Civil discourse is something I've had to learn over time, and it gets more things done. Listening more than talking, to be honest with you, because you want to see where they're coming from, and then you can make your decision on which direction you're going to go. I also had to learn how to do that online and social media. It's very, very difficult. You feel empowered. You can be like, you can use like memes and GIFs these days, like just push people off. I try not to do that. I try to hear a person, or by hearing their comment, and try to get, find out where they're coming from, no matter what it is. Does it always work? No, but it was discourse.